Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to do a little something special, go outside a little bit, and I'm doing what everybody should start doing at the beginning when, especially if you're morbidly obese, is walk. So that's the simplest thing you can do. Really, you can do as much as you can, as you're able to do. Start with that, maybe like 15 minutes, half an hour, and on and on and on. And after that, you can move on to other stuff, and you'd be surprised how many calories you can burn doing that. And I'm walking with a dog today, so that's him you're hearing in the background. Yeah. So to give you an idea, you could burn up to, I think I tried before and it was like 800 calories for 2 hours of walking. So, it's pretty much. I'm not gonna walk to 2 hours today, but still, it gives you a good idea. I'm also testing the camera outside, the GoPro, and I have an external mic which I wanted to try. Hopefully, I wanted to see how much wind noise it cuts, and it's just super huge, the mic, and I hope it doesn't show up in the shot too much. I tried to push the mic to the side, but we'll see. It's a test at the same time. So I wanted to go through my old neighborhood, and this is it. It's pretty there's some parts of it that are pretty industrial, I would say, with a huge steel company over there, and I'll walk along a little bit. I'm not sure if the mic will pick up my voice from behind. I used to have friends that live there. They were kind of struggling because I think their moms were single moms, and we weren't too kind to them at school. It was a pretty rough neighborhood. I had friends over there. Danny was his name. I had friends here. Over there, it's now I think a home for older people, but used to be a company. I'm not sure what they did. It was named Duranceau, which I used to climb on the roof, and they hated me. But it was pretty fun. This has been here forever. I think it was maybe part of Duranceau. Maybe it was other offices, not sure. I really hope the mic is picking this up. This has been there forever as well. It changed owners pretty often, but yeah. And this house used to be my childhood house. Yeah, I lived here for 18 years, my first 18 years, I think. And it was great. A lot of fun here, a lot of friends. I had my friend Céline and Sylvette over there. I had my friend Caroline there, and another Céline there. I think there was a Pierre at the bottom. I forget. That's a house. I had friends in that huge block. changed quite a bit. Sadly, I don't like people changing my memories. Don't do that. Don't do that. Here used to be a debonair. Now it's somebody's home. Was a really strange name. Cocotte and Fafouin. I don't know. But the guy was really, really nice. His name was Yvon. And he, in those times, we used to have arcade machines. And he knew I liked the machines quite a lot, and I was knowledgeable about them. So he let me go with him and pick out the machines that we would have bought for the store. That was pretty cool. And here there's another friend's house. His name was Christian, and he had a twin sister, Christine. And they used to be Gaga and Fifi. That was their surname. And over here, I had two more friends, André and Carole. And in this part of the block, at the corner of the street, used to be my friend Patrick. And this is the industrial part on this side, which I'll show you. Man, it's not easy doing this with the dog at the end of the leash, just going everywhere. Yeah, it's tarped up, so you can't see much, but it's a steel factory, and we used to have a lot of fun in there, going around up the fence, and they tried to catch us. And I lived my entire life besides this, and I got used to the noise. They had like loaders, big loaders to load up the spools, stuff like that, and I got used to the noise, and it was pretty dirty. It's all like crushed stone, so it used to have it used to pick up a lot of dust. And I played quite a bit in here and in here and in this back street. No, Shadow. No. I'll go around. Par ici. Par ici, Shadow. My friend Patrick was at the second story there. I'll tell you, it's quite weird for me to do this because I'm a low-key guy and everybody's looking at me with the damn camera and the huge mic on top of it. Oh well, it is what it is. I had a friend here on the third story. His name was Alain. I had a friend here, so I don't quite remember his name. Maybe Stéphane, not sure. I had a friend here. His name is Jean-Claude. And I gotta tell you, most of these people I'm still friends with on Facebook at least, and I see some of them quite often, which is I like a lot. They're still great people, always were. As you can see, the industrial part again. There used to be a working car garage here with a lot of radiator boxes on which they left when they were done with it on the street, and we used to crash our bikes in the boxes and flip over and do Shadow. Okay, no. And do stunts. Next on the, well, I can go this way a little bit. On this side of the street, it used to be a different house. My friend Natalie used to be there. I had a friend Eric over there. there used to be my friend Sylvette, which I got back in contact with lately on Facebook, which is great. And yeah, she's far from Montreal now, but still, it's gonna be a great memory for her to see. I think I'll try not to slip. It's pretty damn icy. Maybe this wasn't such a great idea coming. Yeah. I'm not sure about this. Whoa. All right. I didn't die yet. So good so far. So far so good. I had one of my Eric friends here, what I showed in the front. I have my friend Donald that still stays at there. He bought his parents' house. And my friend Richard just buy in the next house. Yeah. Dog fight. No. All right. I remember. Let's see. It's pretty slippery. I have to watch out. I had a friend which his name was Jacques. Lived there. Donald and Richard. Like I said, Donald still lives there. I see him from time to time. Pretty cool. And this little park is not used very much now. I don't know if you can see it good. We used to play baseball all the time in this park. Pretty damn fun. Wasn't fun for the neighbors though. These people there at a house used to have metal grates on the windows because we used to hit the balls in their windows. Yeah, I don't remember all these big trees being there. We used to play on the bottom there, hit the balls this way. I don't think it's used that much anymore. Sadly, I parks in general, I see the city trying to fix them and add stuff to them, and to be honest, I'm not sure people will use them. This house, I'll show you. This house, we used to say, because it was abandoned, we used to say that it was haunted, and it's pretty creepy looking still. Yeah. Sorry, I have the dog's leash wrapped up around my legs. I had a friend, Julie, that used to stay there. I remember all of it. And I'm skipping a lot of people because, like I said, I don't want to walk 2 or 3 hours. My plan was to go to one of the parks, bigger parks. And we're almost there. I had a friend named Ronald that used to live, I think it was that house or a house that's missing now, not quite sure. Let's wait. All right. If you can see in the background, it's still that same steel company. Goes all the way from where I showed you at the beginning. This entire fence wasn't there when I was young. They added it later. I had another friend named Tammy, used to live here. I think maybe her parents are still there, I'm not sure. And this is the park that I wanted to show. A lot of my friends know it. Maybe it's been a long time since they came here. It's I'm not sure what the official name is. I think it's probably Ignace Bourget, but for us it's Newman. That's the real name. Like I said earlier, and again, I hope the mic really picks this up because I'm talking to the side of the camera. But like I said earlier, the city is investing in some parks, and it invested in this one quite a bit, I think. And I know the pool is next for next summer. They're gonna put some money in there. We used to come here almost every day when we could, when we were younger. I got my best sunburns here. Wasn't very smart. And in those days it was funny because the neighbor, as you know, is I've said it before, it's called Villemort. And yeah, it's Villemort. And there's a lot of a big mix of French-speaking people, English-speaking people, Italians, especially in the day. Now it's a bigger mix, like everywhere. It's cool. But in those days, it used to be fights between Italians and Francophones and all that in this park. They used to be gangs. It wasn't too bad, I think, but still, it was like a fierce rivalry. And if you came during the night or at the end of the day and you saw a bunch of guys, well, you change. Maybe they was just bullied you, not really hurt you, but still was a pain. It was like that, you know. It's quite good that it's changed a bit, but it's different now. I think it's more online bullying. The park has changed quite a bit though, but I don't think they kept any old I don't know, you always say it in English, like the rides that the kids can go along on. You can see a little bit. I think they changed all of them. The best one for me there used to be like a wood fort in the middle, which was like a labyrinth. I loved it, and it was pretty simple when I think about it. I saw a couple of pictures online a while ago, and it was just like telephone poles that they had cut up in different lengths to create a circular labyrinth. But we loved it. Oh, it's pretty slippery. I want to fall with the camera. I'm trying to walk on the grass a little bit. And here, which I guess you could call a chalet, and I think they may have been a fire a few years ago, and they destroyed the old one and they built this new one. I wish the old one was still there, just because. Don't change my stuff. I hate that. Shadow's having a lot of fun. I know there's a dog park at the end of the park there. I'll go see if he can play a little bit in there. Not sure. They added as well. They added all kinds of stuff. This basketball thing, hoop, wasn't there. What else? They added quite a bit to the soccer field that's all the way back there. There's a training machine, well, not machines, but like training bars and stuff like that that they added. They put in quite a bit of money. It's just, I'm happy about it. I'm just not sure that people use the parks as much as before. I hope it changes at some point. Especially my favorite park used to be, well, this one and Parc Angringon, and that one needs a lot of loving, because it used to be the greatest park for me ever. There used to be animals. They did a skating rink, and between trees. Very nice decor for Christmas and all that, and even a big ice slide, which was great. I used to love to go there, and now it's, I don't know, it's kind of run down. I think it's a little bit. It used to be worse a few years back. It's getting a little bit better. Not that much. Not yet. Oh, this is really slippery. And I have my dog, which is going nuts because he's seeing people. He's only 18 pounds, but when he pulls, yeah, I don't think there's anybody at the dog park. All right, you can see it a little bit. It used to be whatchamacallit, baseball field. There used to be 2, now there's 1. So here's the baseball field, and the big slope. And this, they worked quite a bit on it, on the sliding slope and skiing slope. It's not a big slope, it's just like for practice for skiing. But they started giving courses and really investing in it, and I think it's pretty popular. There's not that many people today because I'm filming this on the 31st of December. So, and there's not the winter's been a little bit cold, but not much snow yet. So I can show you that a little bit. There's all kinds of new stuff, which this is the first time I see it done like this. L'autre côté shadow. Yeah. They obviously added some snow at some point. Can't believe that this is natural. Everything else is melted. Well, there's still some people. I'll show you the soccer field a little bit. Really trying hard not to fall. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, especially if you're morbidly obese, walking will do wonders for you. I'm sure maybe you can't walk 2 hours, but you can start with 15 minutes. Do it several times, get used to it, and if you try doing what I do to count calories, you'll see that sorry, the dogs. I'm having to manage the dog, the camera not slipping. Yeah, so you'll see that doing all that, you'll start losing weight pretty quick. And once you start losing the weight, it's less stress on your joints, on everything, on your muscles, and you'll get more energy to walk more. Start walking, and after that maybe you'll be able to go to the gym or something, or it can be anything. If it's in the summer, you can start biking. It's great exercise, and after that you go on from there. Like for me, when I lost the weight before I started not walking, I could go to the gym from the start, but I really didn't do much. Like I was doing 15 minutes of elliptical for maybe a month or so, and after that half an hour. Eventually I did an hour. That's the first time I lost the weight. And after a while, the most surprising thing, I started coming here and I started running. You can see the soccer field a little bit, and they added all this stuff for training. Pretty cool. I'm not sure how much it's used, but they're trying. At least it's I really hope that people start using the parks again. It's I don't know, I'm not sure. I think people don't stay maybe in their neighborhoods when they have an opportunity to do stuff like we used to when we were younger. Now they probably take the car and go to bigger parks or bigger locales and on the South Shore and stuff like that. But I think it's, how can I say, it's a great asset that's underused. That's what I wanted to say. I think they added all this as well. Looks like ping pong tables and all these benches and all that wasn't there. When we're young, it's funny, the silly stuff, the silly little stuff, which I quite remember. Like I'll show you real quick. These there's a bunch of stands in the back which have been there forever, and for us when we were younger coming to the park, that was one of the most fun things to do. It's just playing those stands. I don't know, because we used to love climbing on stuff and do like little stunts and stuff like that. And these stands, as you can see, there's a ton of bars below it, and we used to climb in there, kind of play some tag and stuff like that. It's pretty, may sound stupid, but when you're a kid and you have some imagination, just this middle part in my mind used to be like a secret tunnel. Like you could go all the way through. Here's a little church that we used to, we didn't go to it, but it was fun to, when you came to the park, you saw it. It's pretty, I think it's a pretty cool looking building. You can't see it much from here, but, and even across the street, there's this building. But I think before that, like I said, there's a lot of Italian people in Le Mans, and up to here, all the way back there, there used to be people doing some gardening on I think it was abandoned, the fields, and people did built some gardens in there. It was pretty cool. I can show you the church a little bit. There we go. I used to have a friend named Jean-François back there. Very good friend of mine. Across the street, Marcel. Marcel used to live here with his mom. Like I said in my previous video, I have a lot of friends. Some of them I don't see often, but still, at least with Facebook, we keep in contact, which is cool. And here I'll show you a place. I know every one of my friends will remember this, and I think it's too bad that it closed, and it's been a long time since it's closed. It's this place. It's funny because it never reopened as something else, I think. At least I'm not sure. It used to be a bakery, Tony and Sons. I love coming here, and even before me, I have memories of one of my uncles that used to come there and love the bread. This dépanneur has been here forever. And again, about the walking, I forgot to start my timer on my Fitbit, but hopefully it can usually detect some activities, and I'll try to tell you how many calories this burned after. We'll see. I think I had one of my friends from work when I worked at the video store. His name was Alain. He used to live there. If my friend Nadine watches this video, I'm sure she remembers him. They weren't the best of friends. It was kind of funny. This store has been there forever as well. It's crazy. It's a hardware store. Some things I haven't changed, and even the outside of the store, I don't think it changed really much. That's the way I like things. Don't change my stuff. I think I'll go down this street because I have two great friends that used to live here, and I know at least one of them is on my Facebook, and I think he'll enjoy seeing his old street. I think his parents, or at least his dad, still lives there, so should be funny. In these houses, used to have a friend called Pierre. We weren't close friends, but still, used to be a dépanneur somewhere on one of these houses on the, like the, how do you say? Well, the not the cellar, but the bottom of the house. Man, my English is terrible today. Anyway. It's not really important. In one of these houses, I had a friend, I think her name was Céline, and I wasn't friend with her brothers, I can tell you that. And I'm not sure which house it was. Maybe it was one of those, or a couple more down, I'm not quite sure. It's funny, this street, some parts of it have changed, but some of them have really not changed. So it's kind of weird to me every time I come here. Sometimes when I'm bored during the summer, I take my bike and I go around the neighborhood just for fun. All right, this house. This house used to be my where my friend Alain lived. One of my great friends. We don't see each other that much anymore, but we live nearby, so the dog saw a cat, he's freaking out. Yeah, we don't see each other that much anymore, but we have fun every time we do. I wish he would have stepped on Facebook. I know it can be like a cesspool sometimes, but you can avoid that stuff a little bit and at least stay in contact with friends, which is the part I like. And next across the street is my friend's Jimmy. He used to live there. I think his dad's still there. This used to be a dépanneur, which was called Reverie. There used to be one guy that lived there or there, I'm not quite sure. His name was Benoit. We weren't close friends. He was a friend of Jimmy. And now I'm looping back to my old my previous street where I showed you my childhood house. I used to have a friend in this block. I don't quite remember his name. Across the street, like I said earlier, used to be my friend Patrick on the corner on the second story. And on the left, I had a friend named Martin, I believe. I had a friend in this block, and not quite sure what his name was. I'm thinking Claude, Pierre, or Jacques, not quite sure. I think it was older, and Jimmy might remember it. Used to be friends with him, I think. I'll try to film something for my friend Céline. It's not too cool to do, but here's your old backyard. For Caroline. Used to be a third story on this house, but there was a fire and they tore it down. And for Sylvette and Céline, all right, the dépanneur again. This place hasn't changed one bit, except owners, but still, it's crazy. And I'll show you on this part of the street That's still the Duranceau, which I mentioned earlier. We used to go there all the time. Here, some people from, if you're really from close by in the neighborhood, used to be Italian families, and one of them used to have two great cars. One I don't quite remember. It was silver. I know it was silver, and it had like it was a really long 60s car. I don't remember the name. And the other one was a Dodge Charger, orange, the same color as the General Lee. I love that car. And across the street, I had a couple of friends there, and my good friend Dave, which, if I remember, lived on the bottom of that one, I think. I had friends on the second story, and I had another friend, Natalie, but I'm not sure if she was in that block or in another one further down that way. Oh, and I skipped on the previous street where I showed you the dépanneur. I had a friend, Stéphane. He's still on my Facebook. We saw each other, I think, a year or so ago, maybe 2 years. I see him on Facebook all the time. I know I have a friend, my friend Yves, knew a guy here. His name, I think, was Patrick. I'm not sure if that guy is in my friends list. I don't remember. Maybe. So you have this bar here, RV. It's been here forever, before my time. This used to be a dépanneur as well, with arcade machines. Let's go across. Well, no, okay. I think what I'll do is I'll leave this video as just a ride along, and I won't use it as a regular update. So if people, I won't edit it too much. So if people want to watch it all for a trip down memory lane, it's gonna be long. I think it's gonna be at least an hour. I'm at 48 minutes right now. So if you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't, just skip it, or maybe you can just fast forward to the bits where I'm crossing one of your houses if you want to see, or there's specific stuff you want to see. I know across the street here used to be a friend from school. Her name was Chantal, I believe. I'll do a pretty big loop just to catch one of the places that I want to have on the camera. Two places. I won't go down that street, but my friend Stanley used to live there. One of those houses. One of my great childhood friends. We don't see each other that much anymore, but maybe once a year or two. Funny thing about this house, used to be a guy, when we were young, we used to play Legos like all the time. And here used to live a guy, I don't remember, his name was Older, and he had a ton of Legos. And me and my friends Eric and Stanley used to go there and see stuff. It was crazy. We're so jealous. And I'll show you my old school. We're going old school. This is, well, there's a church which they turned into a theater, which is at least, you know, I'm really not religious, I gotta say, really not, but I like traditional stuff. I'm not sure how to say it, you know, and like I said, I don't like stuff to change a lot, so it's kind of a catch-22 in one way. I went to that church a little bit when I was younger because I mostly had to, but never as an adult and all that. But still, I'm sad to see it go. So at least the building is still there. It's now a theater and it hasn't been torn down. So I'm happy about that because a lot of them get torn down, which I don't know. I think it kind of sucks. And this is the school. This is NDPS, which stands for Notre-Dame du Perpétuel Secours. I almost forgot. Yeah, this was the, or I think, what is it in English? Primary school? Not quite sure. They converted it to, I think it's social housing. You can see the school in the background. This is all new. I love coming here. The teachers most of them were really great, really nice. And I gotta mention one. I don't think she's alive anymore, sadly. Her name was Pauline Galarno, and then she was I had her in 6th grade. Let's wait a second. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's try not to film people. Not too much. Yeah, so I had her in 6th grade, and she was just the best. Sometimes I could have been like not 100% truthful when I was saying stuff, and she knew it, and she kept telling me, be honorable, be truthful when you say stuff. And I still remember it, like, I don't know, 30 years later. And you can see a little bit of the school back there. We used to climb on that roof. The teachers didn't like it very much. Alright, my hand is getting pretty damn numb for some reason. I'll switch hands. Shadow, ainsi. Let's see how this works out. Alright. Yeah. So this school was the best ever. I used to love the teachers. I know that some of them are still alive because I saw them on Facebook from friends' posts, and I'm happy that they're still around. Sometimes I wish I could do like a reunion and bring everybody of that school together. Because for high school, I want Shadow. God, this dog, man, keeps pulling everywhere. I should have trained them a little bit better. It's not that bad, but still. Anyway, yeah, in high school I wound up organizing the reunions, and it was pretty funny because when I first thought about it, it was 5 years after we had graduated, and I thought maybe we could do like a little get together with the friends that, you know, used to hang out the most with. And it started like that, but it was just 5 years after we graduated, and the word spread like crazy, and everybody started calling me saying that I was doing an high school reunion, and I ended up doing an entire thing pretty much all by myself. And those times, it's a long time ago. That used to be, that probably was 94, so no Facebook, so you had to call people, and hopefully they had still contacts, try to reach everybody that way. I even used the phone book to try to find some people. And I remember I had to pay for a DJ. I had to pay for the food, and I think the rental of the place, all in advance. So I had to go around with my car collecting everybody. So it took quite a while the first time, and I ended up, after that, how many more did I do? At least 3. I don't quite remember. I think I did 5, 10 years, maybe 20 and 25. So 4 maybe. Not quite sure. Yeah, I think 4. We had 2 at my my friend, one of my friend Eric's dad's place, and it's called the Salle des Chevaliers de Colomb. Everybody knows it. And one more I did on the South Shore, one of my friend's bar, and the last one was at a pool hall in Ville Salle, which is closed down since then. I'm not showing anything on the street right now because it's for people that know the place around here. It's Hadley Street. Nothing really special. There's a dépanneur there. It's been there forever. I think this place is new from a couple of years back, because I don't think it used to come straight down to the street like that, unless I'm mistaken and I'm at the wrong place. It used to be a car repair shop. There's one place that I'm going to show for my friend Celine, and I'm sure she hasn't saw that place in a long time. Trying not to film people again. Yeah, so this place the white spot, the white place, I believe. Either it's the white place or the one with bricks. My friend Celine used to live there as well. She moved at some point. I don't think she liked that place very much. It was pretty cool because maybe she didn't live there. I don't quite remember. I think maybe it was just her dad that had bought the place, because I remember he had arcade machines, so he probably just opened the place. I'm mistaken. Yeah, it probably was just like a little bistro bar or something with arcade machines, and it was great because he had different machines from other spots. So I used to love it. So I'm looping back to my street, and I'll end the video shortly. I wasn't expecting to film for an hour. I was just thinking about doing like small clips and editing everything, but since I shot so many different things, even if I edit it, I don't think I can cut it down that much. I'll cut down some parts, but so like I said, I'll use this video just as a fun update, and just as a mostly the moral of this video is, you know, if you can't go to the gym, if you can't do bicycle, you can probably walk. You can start with that. It's a great exercise, especially if you're, like I said, if you're morbidly obese, you're carrying a lot of weight around with you, so you'll be surprised that you don't have to walk very far to burn a good amount of calories. Like I said on my it would be, wait a minute, all right, like I said, if you're wearing something like a health tracker, like a Fitbit or something like that, you can really see how many calories you're burning by doing these walks, and it's a great starting point. So that was really my first goal about this video. If you can't go to the gym, you can't bike, you can't do much of anything, or let's just say that, like for me today, the gyms are closed. So, and I don't think I could have gone hiking. I think that's probably closed as well. And so walking's a great option. Just, well, if you want to burn more, just walk longer. Like me, I'm an hour into it, and last time I checked, an hour of walking for this weight is probably around 400 calories. So that's pretty good. And the great thing is I didn't break my ass on the ice, which is a miracle. All right, I'm back home. I'll end it here. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's quite a bit long, but it won't be like a weigh-in or something. It's just a special video. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. I just think, especially for, like I said, the morbidly obese people, or if you're older as well, or both, like me, you know, you just have to use your imagination. Go for a walk. Start walking. Do around the block, maybe 10-15 minutes, and after a while, you can put it up, get it up to 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. And after a while, if you start being comfortable and you start losing weight already, you can move to the gym and try something, not too hard, like elliptical. I think is pretty decent. That's what I do. It's not too hard on the knees, depending on the machine. And there's some bikes as well. There's some bikes that are a little bit easier, that you kind of lay down on it. You're kind of sitting down with your feet in front of you. So there's different kinds. There's the treadmill, which is, it's always an option, but you can walk outside. And the great thing about, walking outside is, it's going to sound stupid, but it's free. You don't need anything. You just need a pair of shoes, decent shoes, maybe, and, be clothed well if it's winter. Like for me today, I was thinking it was colder, so I overdid it a little bit, but yes, it's a free activity. And even, let's say you didn't want to pay for training at all, after a while of just walk, after a while you can alternate jogging. Jogging is great as well. I know it's a lot harder, but the thing about jogging is most people try to jog for like a long time straight. You don't have to do that. What I would recommend is there's a couple of applications that you can, couple of apps, I should say, that you can install on your phone, and they work great. One that I use was, I think it's C2 5K, so for Couch to 5K, and that app starts you out with maybe like 30 seconds of running and on loops, and after that 1 minute of walking, 30 seconds of running, 1 minute of walking, and after that maybe 1 minute of running, and it alternates, and you can go to your own beat. And that app is great, because when I started running before, when I lost the weight, for me, in my mind, it was the worst thing I could ever try ever, because I remember running when I was younger and it wasn't quite working out. And but when I tried that application, that app, it worked out pretty good. It starts you off really slow, and you can go from there, and you can go at your own pace, take your time, and after a while you'll be running. It's amazing. So it's just, you just don't try to overdo it and start running like 5 kilometers straight. You won't be able to do it. But with that, you can, like I said, run 30 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever, and you'll get there. So, and it's all free. You don't have to pay for anything. So what I'm trying to say is there's options. You just have to go out and look for them. So anyway, I'll end it here. It's been a really long video. I hope some people enjoy it, and my battery is almost dead anyway. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care.